Tell them to bring me my money.
All right, y'all, let's do this.
So, come on! Lincoln Pool Special, we just had 4 or 5 shots just northeast of us.
On June 11th, 2025, in Columbus, Ohio, officers were working special duty at Lincoln Park Pool when they reported hearing multiple gunshots nearby. The pool was crowded with families enjoying the day. When the gunfire triggered a rapid evacuation and widespread panic, officers immediately moved to secure the area and locate the source of the shots.
Taylor, are you okay?
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Lincoln Park, they're shooting. We need help.
Who's shooting?
I don't know, I'm a kid, and I just called 911. He was wearing a black shirt. That's my little brother just told me. I was in the pool when it happened, and I heard a gunshot, and everybody, all the lifeguards, they run to the bathroom.
Was he a black guy?
Yes.
In all black clothing?
Yes.
How many of them?
He said it was 2 people, but he didn't know what it was.
Yo,
Alright,
what's
we're
good,
gonna get
Lizzie?
an officer out there, okay?
We're not seeing anybody. It was like the back. Yeah, like between the rec center and the complex. Right up here.
Can I get a street name? We're getting a 43 on 1700 Ann Street, 5 rounds.
I don't think I've ever seen a cop like that. I don't know.
18th of Laurel.
It sounded east of us. It happened right here. Yeah. It was right here at 1720, I promise. We got Casey.
Cases. We just started watching right now.
Excellent. I'm not getting myself killed to deliver a pizza.
Are you okay? Yeah. Do you know where it was, or do you see a car?
Like it was right here.
It was. His casing's right there.
I just got finished taking my shirt.
9120 about here.
Came right out there. Right
Yeah. Did you see it?
Hold up, Chad. Before I take a bite, I'm sorry.
I just came in taking my
I'm
trash.
sorry. Before I take a bite, hold up. Peep the eats. Let me know. We got rice and chicken right here today. We got some rice and chicken here today. 1 through 10, chat. 1 through 10. Drop it down below. 1 through
Dude,
10.
it was pop, 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 pop. And then,
Come here, Frankie.
come here, pop. Come here.
Feel me. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Last thing going this way. There are 3 juveniles.
I didn't see anyone go that way. I just saw 3 male blacks walking that way. Me and him will go. You
Go,
guys
yeah, go. We'll stay here. Tony was outside, so he was closer. He's seen some people run that
I
way.
know. We'll throw some coffee too.
So out of breath.
I don't know if you saw him. You guys drove
Y'all
past
want
me.
Starbucks or some
As soon as
J10?
I turned onto the street, westbound, south of the actual Barack Center.
Yeah,
There's 3 male blacks just walking west.
west, down
Yeah,
down
going
Laurel.
towards the park. Yeah. So me and Shopper will
And
go.
the shell casings are up here?
Yeah, shell casings are right there by Abbott. I'll see if we can pick them back up. See if they run.
They might have blood over there. No one aired it, but they might have a blood splatter right there.
I've got a witness that said he saw 3 kids, 14 to 16, wearing black. One was on a bike. The one with the 33 was not on the bike, and they took off eastbound from
Yeah, right there.
the street here. Eastbound 18.
12 to 13. We got 3 positives in front of the Rock Center. Hey, hands!
All 3?
Show me your hands.
On the rec center.
Hands. All of you, stop!
Stop right there! Stop right there! Stop right there! Show me your hand! Show me your hand! Stop right there!
Got one running. Don't f***ing move! Don't f***ing move! Down! Get on the f***ing ground!
You threw your flag?
Show me your
Or what was it?
Stop right there!
Got one running. Don't f***ing move! Don't
I don't know, that was better
move!
before, never mind.
Down! Get on the f***ing ground! Get on the ground! Down! Show me your hands!
Oh.
Chop 5, chopper 5.
Hey, stop!
Yeah, there's running.
Jump fire, jump fire.
Shots fired.
I copy shots fired, 10-3. North, northbound to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there.
He's reaching. He just threw something. Whoop.
Don't move!
That car just
Don't
went
move!
dead.
Do not move! Don't
Someone, did they shoot that guy?
Right there, don't move!
Yeah, they did.
Do not move!
Obviously, if there's a gun next to him.
33 under the car, don't move!
Don't reach, don't reach, don't reach! Hey, cover! Get the cover! You idiots, get the cover! Thank you!
Don't get
Hands
away!
up!
Hands up!
I'm bleeding, yo! I'm back! Get up! Get up, please! Hey, get up! Ah! Hey, get up with muzzle in front of me! I'm bleeding, I copy, taking one into custody. Are you guys okay? Fuck you, buddy.
Keep your hands out on the side. Keep your hands out on the side. Okay. What you got?
Yeah.
What you got? We're gonna take him into custody.
Okay.
Put my hands. Let's go. Hands out on the side. We're just gonna help him. I'm getting you in cuffs.
Help him! Come on, Dad!
You got it? Yep. Get him up. You up.
That dude's just bleeding out.
I got lethal. It's fake. Get back.
The peanut butter is fake? What? No, it's not. What? Let's see. I could tell if it's fake, chat. It's not fake. Why does he have rubber on the bottom? Then look at the slide color. No. I don't know, chat. Looks fake. Low key. Low key.
Fake. Get back. No, come back. Be careful.
But then it said weapons are covered in one, so it's not fake. But I don't know.
I'll take cuffs.
Move up. I got lethal.
Hey, 33 right by you.
No. It doesn't matter. I know. We'll get you in a second.
Shit, I got blood on me. I got blood on me.
We might need to go in here and look. When I was coming across, he pitched the gun. I don't know.
I'll go in there.
'Cause when he came from between the buildings, I watched him throw it.
They got you in the car right now.
Get officer support here. Start setting up the scene. And do we need a medic for anyone?
All right, we need to get these people out.
Yeah.
Special officer support. Where do you need me?
It's underneath the driver.
Okay. I am as well.
All right, here.
How many officer support do we need?
Hey, just walk with me. Just walk with me over here. Okay, just walk.
You're fine.
I got you. Man, back up. Back up. Back up. He got a GSW in his shoulder.
Is it shoulder?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Do you have a tourniquet?
Imagine you get shot,
No, I won't have a
and the cop just sticks his finger just right in your finger, your gunshot wound.
Where you hit?
Right there. You're good. You're good, buddy. You're good. You're good, man.
You're good, buddy. You're good.
Go up as high as you can.
Yep.
You're good, dude. Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. I know.
Leg shot too.
It's gonna hurt, dude.
It's gonna not feel good, but
But this will save.
one more. There you go.
Where are you shot out? In your leg right here?
All right. He threw something. I can't say it was a gun. It was black.
He
It
might
was
have
big
two of
enough
them.
that I could see it from over there.
One on his arm, no, his shoulder, and his leg. What do you call it? That's what I mean. Tricep? What's up, man? Tricep, yeah. Tricep.
Oh, there it is. I knew he threw it. I saw him pitch it.
Tricep, bicep, and tricep.
Missing the magazine.
You are shot in the arm and leg. Hang tight right now.
Woo! Oh, they stripped him down. I just noticed. Say shut up.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys.
Guns over here in the pool. There might be another one in the cover. Hey, can we get a couple officers over there to help clear out the pool?
All right, bud. Hold still. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Face that way. Pull it tighter. Pull it tighter.
No. No, just about to get the last bison, bro. You came just in time. Some rice on chicken. Chicken on rice.
So how does it feel to a cop when bravery and fear collide? Well, that question is hard to answer when a
This
cop
guy
experiences
getting
moments like this, because one second you're watching over families in a pool, and the next you're hearing that unmistakable sound of gunfire, and your body knows before your mind does the danger's close. But deep down, every officer knows this is where...
Let me know, chat. W Liquid. I made some coffee earlier. Already almost gone, but... Alright, let's look for a new video. L Bev? Come on. Are you serious? L Bev.
On the morning of February 28, 1997, a fleet of news helicopters rushed to a bank in an otherwise quiet neighborhood of northern Los Angeles. They pointed their cameras toward the parking lot below, broadcasting live to millions of people.
Unreal, heavily armed men firing away with no apparent fear or care for human life.
On the ground, a routine bank heist was turning into one of the most violent shootouts in American history. Two bank robbers were engaged in heavy gunfire against hundreds of LAPD officers. They were outnumbered badly, but they were not outgunned. The bank robbers came armed with multiple fully automatic rifles, thousands of high-caliber rounds, and enough body armor to render the LAPD's weapons virtually useless. That morning, they turned Los Angeles into a war zone, altering the course of American policing forever.
Holy shit.
Larry Phillips Jr. came from a long line of criminals. His grandfather robbed trains. His father robbed graves. And in the years to come, he would become one of the most infamous bank robbers in American history. But his criminal career didn't start with high-profile heists. In 1984, after dropping out of high school, Larry began training to become a bodybuilder at Gold's Gym in Pasadena. But he quickly realized he didn't have the genetics to compete at the highest level, and began looking for a new path. To look the part of a successful businessman, Larry tried to steal some suits, but he was arrested. Once out of jail, he earned a living as a real estate agent, but he couldn't resist easy money. So occasionally, he ran small property scams to defraud his clients. But the real turning point in his criminal career likely happened back at Gold's Gym, where presumably he met his partner in crime. Emil Matasareanu immigrated from Romania to Los Angeles in 1976. Born with a rare heart condition, exercising was practically impossible, and by high school he weighed 350 pounds. The relentless bullying made him bitter, withdrawn, and angry. But in 1989, Emil set out to lose some weight and signed up to Gold's Gym in Pasadena, the same gym where Larry trained. It's unclear if this is really where they first met, but whatever the case, Larry saw something in Emil. For one, they both shared a passion for firearms, and although Larry had more experience in this department, Emil showed a growing interest in crime. Larry was already pulling off small-scale property scams, but now that he was friends with Emil, they began working together on more ambitious projects. And they weren't the only ones. In 1991, there were 9,388 bank robberies across the United States. One in every 4 of those, 2,355 to be exact, happened just here in the Los Angeles metro area. The next year, that number rose to 2,641. That's one robbery for every 45 minutes that a bank was open. Now, at the time, bank robberies were unsophisticated, generally not violent, and the perpetrators only profited between $1,500 and $2,000 on average. However, they had become such an epidemic that banks began hiring armed security guards, using exploding die packs and trackers, implementing surveillance, randomized cash delivery schedules, and storing cash in individually locked compartments. At the same time, the government cracked down by raising the minimum sentence for bank robbery to 25 years. And it worked. By 1995, bank robberies in LA had more than halved. But this also had an unintended side effect. It didn't stop the most determined criminals. It just forced them to adapt. With higher stakes and more obstacles, heists became more carefully planned, more ambitious, and much more violent. Criminals began aiming for much bigger scores, and if it meant avoiding 25 years in prison, they were willing to use hostage situations, intimidation tactics, military-grade weapons, and even deadly force. Larry Phillips and Emil Matasareanu were among this new breed of criminals. It's hard to say exactly when they committed their first armed robbery together.
Or is that a girl?
Some investigators believe that between 1990 and 1992, they carried out some small-scale heists. Small businesses, convenience stores, even a few cash couriers. Nothing too big, but enough to gain experience.
Our bookstore is like a portal.
It's neo-Victorian, it's steampunk.
And we wanted our Wix website to be too. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Josh, and we're the owners of the Last Bookstore, California's largest.
When you're starting a business, it's no different. You need to start somewhere, gain experience, build credibility. That's where escaping with tens of thousands of dollars. It was a perfect job, and it showed them that they could pull off something much bigger. But 3 months later, their luck ran out. One day, while driving in a rented car, Larry and Emil were pulled over for speeding. It should have been a routine traffic stop, but Emil panicked and told the officer the car belonged to, quote, Dennis's mom. Dennis was Larry's fake name. So of course, when the officer ran the plates, and the records didn't match their story, he arrested them. Inside the car, the officer found 2 rifles, 2 handguns, 3,000 rounds of ammunition, smoke bombs, police scanners, IEDs, 3 fake license plates, and 2 sets of full-body armor. It didn't take a genius to figure out what they were up to. So both Larry and Emil got a short jail sentence for conspiracy to commit robbery. But more importantly, their gear was confiscated, and now as convicted felons, they could no longer legally own guns. This would have been the end for most criminals. But if anything, Larry and Emil's heists just got bigger, more complex, and much more violent. In 1995, they crossed a new line. killing a security guard to rob an armored vehicle. By 1996, they had all but perfected the military-style robbery, robbing 2 Bank of America branches with overwhelming firepower, in and out within minutes, walking away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, they were ready for the biggest, but ultimately, most disastrous job of their careers.
The big one, the big shot.
By 1997, Larry and Emil had nailed down their
bang.
next target, the Bank of America branch on Laurel Canyon Boulevard, the largest in North Hollywood. The location was perfect. The bank sat right beside a highway, with parking lots on both sides giving them options for a getaway. To the west, there was a busy shopping mall full of civilians, potential human shields which would make police think twice before opening fire. And to the east, there was a quiet residential neighborhood with streets that could serve as escape routes. To prepare, they collected over 3,000 rounds of ammunition and enough weapons to outfit a small army. 3 fully automatic Norinco Type 56 rifles, Chinese-made AK-47s fitted with 100-round drum magazines, a Bushmaster XM15 dissipator, a smaller variant of the M16, modified for fully automatic fire, and finally, an HK-91 battle rifle, perfect for longer distance combat. Beneath their clothes, they wore Kevlar vests and heavy steel plates on their chest and back. Larry went a step further, wrapping his groin, arms, and legs in makeshift Kevlar padding. By comparison, the average LAPD officer at the time wore this uniform and carried 3 15-round magazines for a Beretta M92 FS, which fires 9mm rounds. This is what they look like compared to an HK-91's bullets. Needless to say, a Beretta wasn't going to do much. But as a last resort, even Larry and Emil brought one. Their plan was simple. Enter the bank, keep the civilians under control, force the teller to open the vault, stuff as much cash as possible into their bags, and walk out before the LAPD could even get there. 8 minutes, in and out. It would go down on a Friday morning, when the bank's vault would be restocked with cash. Larry and Emil expected to walk away with at least $750,000.
I pressed the wrong button. My bad.
This wasn't a reckless last-minute job. It was the result of years of careful planning, perfecting every detail, and preparing for every possible scenario. But when the day finally came, nothing went according to plan. At 9:16 a.m., Larry and Emil stepped out of a white Chevrolet Celebrity in the north parking lot of the Bank of America on Laurel Canyon Boulevard. They had just taken a phenobarbital, a medication typically used to prevent seizures, but they were using it to calm their nerves. They planned this heist in meticulous detail and sewn watch faces into their gear to time it perfectly. If everything went to plan, they'd be in and out in just 8 minutes. However, just as they were reaching the front door, Larry spotted a patrol car driving past Laurel Canyon. He wasn't sure if the officers had seen him, so he continued with their plan. No, we got a 211 in progress at Bank of America, Laurel Canyon. 2 armed suspects.
That's robbery, if you guys don't know.
While the LAPD made their way to the scene, Larry grabbed a man using an ATM inside the bank, threw him to the floor, and fired into the ceiling. At the same time, Emil shot the lock off the teller's security door and shoved the assistant manager towards the vault. But that's when he ran into an issue. Instead of a single massive vault, the bank had many individual lockboxes, each needing its own separate key. And to make things worse, the cash delivery they thought was scheduled every Friday morning had been randomized to increase security. This would make the heist slower and much less profitable. 3 minutes in, Larry left Emil in the vault and stepped outside the bank. If those cops had seen him coming in, they could be in trouble. When he looked south, he saw them, waiting in the mall across the street. The LAPD was already on their way. This was going to get ugly.
Ooh, we got that reggaeton So today we're gonna be making beats.
Come on, Chad. Are you serious? This guy again, bro? This guy's like in every stream.
8 minutes in, Emil had managed to stuff his duffel bag with $303,305 and, unknown to him, 3 die packs. On the outside, more than 20 LAPD officers had already taken defensive positions around the bank, covering the entire north and west sides. That's when Larry stepped outside again, raised his AK-47, and opened fire. All of a sudden, a violent gunfight had erupted in the middle of a busy road. The policemen took cover and tried to shoot back. Sometimes they even hit Larry directly, but from over 200 feet away, their 9mm rounds were practically useless against his body armor. Meanwhile, his AK could pierce through cars and even some walls. For 4 straight minutes, Larry stood in the open, spraying hundreds of rounds across Laurel Canyon. Then Emil stepped out to join him. Together, they wounded multiple officers and even some civilians, but eventually, they had to make a run for it. First, Larry made a break to the parking lot while Emil lay down covering fire, and once he found a good position, he did the same. However, moments after Emil stepped outside the bank, the 3 die packs hidden inside his duffel bag exploded, and just as he was nearing the parking lot, an officer managed to graze him with a bullet just above the eye. At this point, 6 news helicopters were hovering above the bank. One of them captured Emil touching his head and leaving a bloody print on the hood of a car. When he told Larry about the die packs, Larry assumed that the money had been stained, and in a snap decision, he left the bag behind. In reality, since the cash was still wrapped in plastic, most of it was fine.
I was on mute. Oh my
But
gosh,
either
I'm sorry.
way, this heist wasn't about money anymore. It was about survival. It is unclear why Larry and Emil did not attempt to drive away at this point. They may have thought their escape routes were blocked, or they may have just chosen to fight until the end. But for the next 20 minutes while Emil recovered from his wound, Larry was in a gunfight against hundreds of LAPD officers, all on his own. During this, he was hit at least 3 more times, including once on the side of his torso, where there was a gap in his body armor. And yet, Larry kept on fighting. He was probably too high on adrenaline and phenobarbital to notice. Eventually, Larry ran out of ammunition for his AK, so he ran to their car, picked up the HK-91, and resumed the shooting. While he was close to Emil, Larry tried to tell him something, but he was interrupted by a direct shot to his left arm. Frustrated, Larry started firing at a news helicopter, recording him from afar, but thankfully he missed every shot. The injury had left him unable to hold his rifle properly. Now he had to rest it on his forearm, which ruined his aim. The situation was already bad, but to make it worse, their car now had 2 flat tires from all the shooting. Despite this, Emil started driving off slowly, shooting officers through the window while Larry followed him on the ground. While this was happening, Larry's body armor blocked 3 more shots, but one bullet did strike the front of his HK-91's magazine well, denting it and jamming it beyond repair. When Larry tried to reload, the magazine was stuck. This was the moment that sealed Larry's fate. Now he had to discard the HK-91 and switch to the 3rd AK-47 he had brought. But because it was illegally modified, this weapon was malfunctioning after every few shots. In order to fix it, Larry had to remove and reinsert the magazine every time. Emil was now desperate to escape. He opened the passenger door for Larry to get inside, but for some reason he refused. Larry slammed the door shut and kept using the car for cover while Emil drove beside him. Eventually, they reached the north parking lot's exit and turned into the residential neighborhood east of the bank. Here, there was an abandoned police cruiser and semi-truck, where Larry took cover. Emil stayed on the road, driving slowly and expecting Larry to hop into the car soon, but he had moved to the other side of the truck. Neither one of them could see where the other was. When an officer fired at Emil, he sped toward the front of the semi-truck and didn't find Larry. He had returned to the back, expecting Emil to be there still. But no. Some officers were already inside the neighborhood, and Emil had to speed forward in order to avoid them. From now on, Larry and Emil were completely on their own. At this point, Larry was caught between a semi-truck, a tall wooden fence, and 2 groups of police officers, with only a faulty AK-47 and a Beretta M92 FS strapped to his left shoulder. As he kept exchanging fire with police, he was shot twice in the back. One bullet struck his body armor, but the second missed the plating and hit his subclavian artery, causing severe bleeding and some serious pain. Because of this, Larry panicked. When his AK-47 jammed again, instead of simply reinserting the magazine, which would have fixed the issue, he repeatedly pulled the charging handle, jamming a bullet inside and making it impossible to fix. Larry realized he was out of options, and he desperately took cover under the semi-truck. But the police officers had a clear line of sight on him, and they forced him out with 2 more shots. Severely injured, losing blood, and likely demoralized, Larry crawled out from under the truck, pulled his Beretta from his shoulder holster, and fired one-handed at police. But the officers returned fire and hit Larry's hand, causing him to drop the gun. It was over. While this was happening, LA's SWAT team arrived on the scene and began commandeering police vehicles to look for Emil. He was deep inside the neighborhood.
Bro, come on.
You have enough stressors in your...
Driving a Chevrolet Celebrity with 2 flat tires and a leaky gas tank. Going back for Larry was simply not an option anymore. But if Emil wanted to escape, he needed a new vehicle. While finding his way through the neighborhood, Emil forced a car to stop in front of him. But the driver, seeing a masked juggernaut emerging from a bullet-ridden car, understandably kept backing up. When Emil pointed his AK at him, he turned around and sped away. Emil stayed on the move, looking for other vehicles. And this time, when he came across a pickup truck, he didn't negotiate. Instead, he fired his AK through their 2 windshields, breaking glass into the driver's face and grazing his head with a bullet. Thankfully, the driver reacted quickly and abandoned the truck in the middle of the road, with the door open. Immediately, Emil parked his Chevy beside it, tossed his remaining gear on the bed, and climbed into the driver's seat. But when he tried to start the car, he couldn't. The driver had taken out the keys from the ignition, so he crouched down and tried to jump-start it. While he was doing this, though, Emil was spotted by a SWAT team, who parked right beside him. Emil jumped out of the truck just in time, seconds before bullets started tearing through the driver's seat. He took cover again behind the Chevy and began spraying the SWAT team with bullets. Whenever they found a moment to fire back, his body armor kept him safe. This went on for the next 2.5 minutes, but eventually Emil ran out of ammunition for his AK-47, so he had to take a few seconds to grab his XM15 dissipator from the back of the pickup truck. This gave the SWAT team a few moments to breathe, and one of the officers noticed a gap between the tires of the 3 vehicles. He had an angle on Emil's legs, and they were unprotected. When Emil started firing again, the officer laid down on the ground and took a precise shot, hitting Emil in the calf. Then he took another one, and another one. Emil had taken multiple direct hits to the legs, but he was still fighting back. In fact, he laid down on the ground himself and started shooting the SWAT team too. But this was his final mistake, because immediately, a bullet struck his arm and he dropped his XM15. Now unarmed, Emil raised his hands and surrendered. Unfortunately, for a few moments, the SWAT officers were behind cover and unaware that Emil had surrendered. So they continued firing, hitting his legs several more times. Eventually, though, they ceased fire and put Emil on his stomach. Concerned that Emil might have a bomb or another weapon, one officer pressed his rifle against the back of Emil's head to prevent him from moving. The front of the barrel was so hot from all the firing that it seared Emil's skin. Larry was dead, and now Emil was finally in handcuffs. But the LAPD had received over 17 calls of different incidents from within the neighborhood. So at this point, they suspected that a 3rd gunman was still at large. Because of this, officers refused to move Emil. And even when a group of medics got to the scene, the officers told them to go away. And so Emil stayed there, in the middle of the road, with barbiturates in his system, thinning his blood. After 56 minutes, he bled out because of the bullet wounds in his legs. The area remained on lockdown until the LAPD concluded that there was never a third gunman. At 11:30 p.m., North Hollywood shootout came to an end. That day, over 300 LAPD and SWAT officers responded to the scene. 12 of them, along with 8 civilians, were wounded. At least 11 bullets made contact with Larry's skin, and Emil had 29 bullet wounds in his legs, plus 1 in the forehead, but their armor absorbed countless hits. More than 2,000 bullets were fired in those 44 minutes, making it almost a miracle that there were only 2 casualties.
You see, they could hear?
Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Matasareanu.
His ears are probably still ringing.
After the shootout, the LAPD began an investigation into Larry and Emil. They discovered more rifles, ammunition, armor, and even a makeshift bomb-making site. At the time, most officers carried only 9mm pistols or .38 caliber revolvers, and a shotgun, which were not effective at long range and could not penetrate body armor. Because of this, there was already some debate about whether police forces should be better armed, but few steps have been taken to realize this. Most of the North Hollywood shootout was captured on camera by reporters and news helicopters. When millions of people watched 2 heavily armed criminals taking on hundreds of LAPD and SWAT officers live on television, it became abundantly clear. American police forces were severely under-equipped, and it was time for change.
Listen to this. Early on in this gunfire, the officers apparently were outgunned, so they resorted to nearby gun stores to go in there and find more powerful weapons.
They actually borrowed weapons from a gun store.
As a result, sweeping reforms regarding equipment and tactics took place in police departments all across the United States. They began issuing AR-15s and other long-range semi-automatic rifles, as well as improved ammunition. In some extreme cases, they even authorized the use of armor-piercing rounds. Officers' body armor was also improved, with some departments adopting metal or ceramic trauma plates, and even ballistic helmets like those used by SWAT teams. Although this incident was not the sole cause of police militarization, it was a major turning point. Today, American police forces are far better prepared for situations like the North Hollywood shootout. Let's hope nothing like it happens ever again. But if it does, they're ready.
True wealth is not what we have, it's what we share. Today, we welcome guests to our traditional homeland with hands raised and hearts open. We are Muckles.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a new video. Let me look real quick. Give me a little bit. Chat. We need to find a video. Watch later. Do I got anything? get back to the video. Where are all the videos? Where are all the videos? My YouTube's not showing any videos like right now, basically. Okay. Refresh the page.
Meet Les Schwab's reputation
Immature
too. Our
teens get a
most comfortable,
huge
quiet,
reality
and dependable
check.
all-season tire.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
What is y'all doing?
We just saying.
Okay, but they don't saw y'all breaking stuff. Sir, get up.
Hey, wake him up. Wake him up.
Sir.
Hey. He ain't did nothing. He
Get
just
up.
sitting there the whole time.
Sweetheart, if you ain't do nothing, be quiet.
Chat, have we watched this?
Y'all was breaking stuff. Y'all done broke wine bottles. It's on camera. They done shot y'all breaking stuff. Where y'all parents?
I ain't got no money.
Why y'all not home or no park or something? This is not the spot. Kroger do not allow this. Y'all not supposed to be.
Chat, I'm gonna be honest, I watched this video
messing up
before.
the furniture.
That man's swamp. It ain't hard to fix.
I already watched it. Right here. 40 SWAT officers face Utah's deadliest shooter situation.
This sniper just took a shot at an armed fugitive holding a family of 5 hostage in their home.
A family being held hostage.
The gunman, Joseph Anthony, is a man with a purpose. He has a vendetta, and he's going on a rampage, planning to kill his ex-girlfriend and multiple other people who wronged him in the past. Police don't know how far he's gotten on his list of targets, and if they don't capture him here, this family could be next.
Running across the freeway! Let me see your hands! All units, I'm gonna set containment. We're gonna wait for the helicopter. All units, hold your...
Yo, chat, all I'm gonna say is, like, if you got thoughts of killing other people, don't. It's honestly not gonna be worth it. Because in the end, you're gonna be like, wow, I really just did that for nothing. Because what? You get nothing out of it. So it's like, there's no reason to, you know? But then if you think about suicide, don't do that either. It's not worth it. It's never gonna be worth it. Never. Never ever will it once be worth it. Trust me. Your time will come. You just gotta wait, man. You just gotta wait. Trust. Everything gets better.
Fuck in, right? It's a showtime. Okay?
Time don't stop.
One more. Police! Police! Police!
It's Thursday, September 9th.
Hall footage is
the
real.
first sign that something is seriously wrong
I thought this was
comes
AI.
from an alarming 911 call.
Central 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Leighton. So my brother, he's on the loose right now, and he threatened to kill his girlfriend a couple days ago. He just showed up at my house.
What's your brother's name?
Joseph Manhart. He has a firearm on him, and he is armed.
Where is he?
He's outside my front door right now. I need the cops here ASAP.
I've got units on their way, okay?
Okay, you gotta hurry.
Okay.
You gotta hurry, though. I'm dead serious.
Just 24 hours earlier, Joseph Manhart kidnapped his ex-girlfriend, assaulted her, and threatened to kill her. After managing to escape, she called police, triggering an arrest warrant for Joseph's immediate capture. Since then, Joseph vanished, and police had no indication of where he might strike next, until now. With an active warrant and a report that Joseph is armed and
Feels like Ralph
dangerous,
Barbosa
officers are
just
dispatched
left the team.
immediately, advancing towards the house, fully prepared for a shootout.
I've just talked to the homeowner. He said that if he didn't drive, the only place he could have went is hopped the fence and is barricaded in that shed that Swenson's got a view on. So he said the best way to go through is us just knock on the door. He'll let us in. We'll go through the house and clear the shed. We're ready. All right, I got it. Bye. You want to show us where to go? And where's the shed?
Just in the corner over there.
You got me? I'm gonna have to go through and hit it and come swing it out wide.
Swing it out wide and I can step in front.
Okay.
Police, anyone in there? Police, if anyone's in there, show me your hands. Come out. Step in.
Okay.
Show me your hands. Anyone in here?
I'm so sorry, Claire.
All right. You didn't make it in here. Probably drove by one of us.
With no sign of the suspect, Joseph remains at large, and whatever he came here to do, he didn't finish it. So before officers leave the residence, they speak with Joseph's brother, trying to understand why Joseph showed up and what he might do next. What he tells them reframes the entire situation. According to his brother, Joseph didn't come here randomly. He was likely looking for his ex-girlfriend, the same woman who escaped his kidnapping just a day earlier. The two had recently broken up, a split that left Joseph without stable housing and increasingly angry. His brother also tells police that in recent conversations, Joseph had been talking about tying up loose ends and ending it all. To officers, it begins to sound like Joseph isn't just running. He may be moving with intent, driven by a personal vendetta and targeting people he believes have wronged him. If that's true, it has never been more urgent to locate Joseph before he reaches someone else. But it doesn't take long for those fears to be confirmed, because later that evening, police receive another alarming 911 call.
Fairfield 911. My brother-in-law's at my house right now. Okay, where is he? Is he outside? Yes, he's outside. Okay. Is he knocking on the door, or what's he doing? He's in the front yard. They said they already have an APB out on him. Yes. Okay. He's here right now. Okay, we're on the way. Tell me exactly where he's at. He was out front. He was walking around out front. He's walking around.
Following this terrifying call for help from Joseph's sister-in-law, officers are dispatched to the home once again. But by the time they arrive, Joseph has already vanished. This time, however, officers decide to canvass the surrounding neighborhood before leaving, a decision that will prove critical. Nearby CCTV footage captures Joseph getting into a car and speeding away from the property earlier in the day. For the next few hours, patrol units search across the city, but the white Hyundai remains out of sight. But over the next several hours, Joseph's decisions will force officers into one of the most dangerous manhunts of their careers.
Dude, how long is this video? Oh, I was gonna say.
For the next few hours, patrol units search across the city.
It was like an hour or
The
something, bro.
Hyundai remains out of sight. Then, around 1:30 a.m., a lone patrol unit spots a vehicle matching the description and immediately initiates a pursuit.
He just starts speeding too.
Just as the officer begins to close the distance, he suddenly loses sight of the car Joseph is believed to be driving. But just minutes later, as patrol units continue canvassing the area, one officer spots Joseph's car parked on nearby train tracks. With no way of knowing whether Joseph is still inside or hiding close by, the officer cautiously approaches the vehicle.
Okay.
He went right through
Hey, I have civilians here saying that there's a car parked on the tracks at Building Hotel 3 on the southwest end. Can I get a couple more of this way?
31, headed that way.
It fills up to 76. I have visual on the vehicle. It looks like it still might be occupied. Not sure yet. South corner of Hotel 3. Looks like vehicle might be abandoned. If we can start getting the containment close in, and then I can start my dog.
The car turns out to be empty, and there's no sign of Joseph anywhere nearby. By abandoning the vehicle here, Joseph appears to have given officers an advantage. He's now on foot, without transportation. Police finally have a chance to corner him. But that window closes almost immediately, as just 20 minutes later, Joseph makes his next move.
911.
Yeah, this is the utility trader. I just had a lady walk in the front door, said her car was stolen and she was shot at.
What kind of car?
Blood on her.
We're in the area looking for this guy. Could she tell you quick what kind of car?
What kind of car?
A Kia Optima.
As dispatch gathers details from the call, patrol units across the area are alerted to be on the lookout for a stolen white Kia Optima, taken at gunpoint. At the same time, one patrol unit is sent to the scene of the carjacking to speak directly with the victim, where they'll learn just how close Joseph is to committing his first murder.
Do you mind if I talk to you for a second, ma'am? Okay.
Do you mind just telling me what happened?
So I was sitting in my car and he was like, hey, do you have a cigarette? Or no, he asked me if I had a lighter, sorry. And I was like, yeah, and I only rolled down my window like this far. And I handed him my lighter. And then he was handing it back to me. And then he just shoved his arm in my window. And I just started rolling it up and I started screaming. And he was like, I have a fucking gun. And then he pulled it out and I just kept rolling up the window trying to scream. And then he just shot out the window. and then I just opened the door and I see so I can have it, and then I just got out and ran.
Okay. By this point, it's clear Joseph has lost control, and this woman is lucky to be alive. But that might not be the case for whoever crosses his path next. Because just minutes later, around 2 a.m., a patrol unit spots the stolen car speeding down the highway, heading toward Utah County. As soon as the pursuit begins, Joseph starts swerving across lanes, forcing other drivers to react and putting innocent lives directly in danger. With Joseph refusing to slow down, it's only a matter of time before someone gets hurt. So to bring the pursuit to an end, an officer approaching from the opposite side of the highway pulls over and prepares to deploy spike strips. At highway speeds, there's no margin for error. The spikes have to go down seconds before Joseph reaches them. Too early, and he'll see them in time to swerve around and put innocent lives at even greater risk.
Good spikes, southbound Shepherd. Need a unit. Running across the freeway, he's running across the freeway. He's in the northbound lanes, red jacket. Let me see your hands! He's hopping the fence, he's over the fence now. We need units to frontage. He's on frontage now, going to housing complex over here. By a white, fence, he's about to hop it. He's hopping it into someone's backyard.
After abandoning his car, Joseph runs towards a residential area surrounded by homes where families are asleep inside. Knowing how dangerous and unpredictable Joseph is, officers now have to cut through the busy highway and move quickly to find him before anyone else is put at risk.
Honestly, right here is when he takes off.
No, he's behind that picket fence right there, whatever address that is. I don't know what the hell that is, but he's behind that.
I was gonna say they can't jump the fence, but I forgot they got all that equipment. They got the bell.
What's that?
Did they got the bell? Yeah, obviously they got the bell. What else did you get? I don't know. Maybe the vest. I don't think they got the vest.
Over this vinyl right here. That's
Maybe
where he
not the
went.
vest.
In this backyard.
My copy, sir, and I will be headed our direction shortly.
Where are you? You hop this one right here.
All units, I'm going to set containment. We're going to wait for the helicopter. All units, hold your position. Don't go walking around.
With Joseph disappearing into a residential area, the situation becomes far more unpredictable. By now, more than 30 officers are flooding the scene, and without coordination, every decision risks putting innocent families in danger. This is when Sergeant Sheldon arrives and takes control.
You have it listen.
Okay, Sarge.
You type it in, and then you go digging.
Stand by, I'm setting containment, alright? Sorry, bro.
I don't have all the information because we switched this last minute. Okay, so what do you guys got?
So he already shot someone in the Freeport Center.
Okay.
It's probably gonna take like half an hour for that bird to go. He hopped over that fence right there.
Which fence? That one?
Right
Okay.
there.
After a quick brief, Sergeant Sheldon forms a plan to flush out Joseph. First, a helicopter is called in to scan the neighborhood from above. Second, a tactical operations center is established near Joseph's last known location to coordinate every unit in real time. And third, officers set up a wide containment zone, covering more than a square mile, with units positioned throughout the neighborhood to cut off any possible escape routes. But just as the plan goes into motion, officers are abruptly interrupted by a sharp sound in the distance.
Not sure exactly where Rick came from.
Command at 1700 South 100 West.
Right where Preston's at, that's where the shots came from. It was one single shot.
Preston, are you okay? Hold your position. I'm sending a unit around to you. Go to.
We're gonna get, if we can get someone over here to the north of 2025 north front near some whole containment.
Yep.
And we get someone.
I'll set containment. You guys come up with a plan to systematically search this. Okay?
The gunshot confirms one thing immediately. Joseph is still in the area. But what officers don't realize yet is that the shot wasn't random. It was Joseph forcing his way into a nearby home. And in the next few hours, the situation will escalate in ways officers aren't prepared for. But before we get to that, sometimes the scariest horror stories happen in your own head. Like disturbing thoughts you don't have, and begins a full aerial sweep of Approximately an hour after the gunshot was fired, the helicopter finally arrives and begins a full aerial sweep of the neighborhood. But Joseph is nowhere to be seen. On the ground, officers spread out searching for Joseph and cautiously prepare for an ambush.
Forerunner?
Brr, foreigner, brr, foreigner, brr.
Contact the homeowners already? Downful police! Hi, Downful police. Did you guys get... Oh, sorry.
What y'all know about that? What y'all know about
I
that?
was looking for somebody in the area. Your home was secure. Didn't notice anything suspicious. Okay, it's gonna have white male, red shirt. You see someone like that, give us a call. If you find them or see them or anything, give us a call 911. Alright, thank you. No, you're good. Just make sure you lock your door. Who the hell is this guy with us? It's driving me crazy.
After more than 2 hours of knocking on doors and checking backyards, there's no sign
Or
of the
can you imagine
suspect.
you're sleeping,
Joseph's
you wake
absence
up like
becomes
12
increasingly
at night,
unsettling,
1 in the morning.
and Sergeant Sheldon quickly
You get
recognizes what
told-
it likely means.
If Star 9 can't
somebody
find him, we have a totally different situation, right? Because he potentially could be in any one of these houses. He could be taking people hostage.
Dude,
He
y'all
could
can
have
search
broken
my
in
house
and
at
it's
that point.
unoccupied.
Y'all can
Right?
search
So we have all
everything.
this shit that we're
Find
going
us
to
so I
have to
can
filter
roll back in
through.
bed, please.
And that's going to have to take
How many houses are we looking at?
resources. I would estimate 8 on this side, 6 to 10 on this side.
At this point, Sergeant Sheldon and his team are forced to consider multiple scenarios, including a barricaded suspect holding hostages inside. But they won't have to weigh those possibilities for long, because one phone call is about to answer that question for them.
911, what's your emergency?
My family's being held hostage.
Immediately after this, officers spread out and quickly locate the caller nearby, Chris Samuelson, a father who managed to escape the house just moments earlier. What he tells them is chilling. Inside the home, his wife, 2 daughters, and his daughter's boyfriend are still being held at gunpoint, and Joseph is inside with them. With this new escalation, Sergeant Sheldon knows this is now beyond the scope of a standard response and prepares to bring in specialized tactical support.
All units, priority traffic. All units, priority traffic. We have information from a citizen leaving a house.
Oh, jeez. Let's go.
All bountiful SWAT return to talk. All bountiful SWAT return to talk.
Victim's wife, daughter, and daughter's boyfriend are all on the couch. Suspect was sitting in a chair just behind the couch. daughter, he has another daughter that is sleeping downstairs that should be waking up in the next couple of minutes. Suspect gained access to the house through an unlocked window in the basement.
After SWAT teams arrive and are quickly briefed on the situation, they begin
never mind.
coordinating their next steps, preparing to establish containment and open negotiations with Joseph. But before a plan can fully take shape, someone is spotted exiting the back door of the Samuelson home.
He's 60. Outside. So they're FaceTime. You say female come out one side? So, okay.
Miraculously, the daughter who'd been sleeping in the basement somehow managed to slip outside without Joseph ever noticing. And without realizing it, Joseph's hostage count is now down to 3. With that update, commanding officers begin reassessing the situation in real time. They review everything Joseph has done over the past 36 hours and determine that he has shown a complete disregard for human life and willingness to escalate when under pressure. Based on that assessment, commanders make a critical decision. SWAT teams are authorized to use deadly force if a clear opportunity presents itself. From this point forward, the priority is clear. Protect the hostages at any cost.
Dial the fuck in, right? It's a showtime. Yep. Okay? Dial in, make sure we get squared away. Salt Lake City's in town as well.
SWAT team on 3. 1, 2, 3, SWAT team.
So, we're throwing a bang as soon as the door gets open.
Okay. Suspect. I know we're going yet. Hold on.
Don't be by Burnett.
Oh, do I need things left?
We got the attackers about to go in, take the hostages.
Right? Facing east. Garage is on
Got the
right.
map right here. Alright, look, we're gonna hit garage. We're gonna rotate to kitchen. We're gonna get all the hostages. We're gonna rotate to living room. Take out all the defenders. Alright? Once we take out all the defenders, we're gonna take the hostages outside to the capture point. And we're gonna plant the bomb.
If daughter snuck out window, that means the bottom window is open, right?
But listen, I'm Diamond 1, so this plan don't work.
It's the
I'm
fastest
Diamond
way.
1, alright? I'm
We have a
Sergeant 1.
flashbang. We're gonna reset his Zulu loop and come in. Let's keep practicing. Wherever he's at in this room, you guys are gonna fucking kill him. 2 bangs. 2 bangs?
Want to do 2 bangs?
No, 1 bang.
Just one?
Just 1 bang.
With deadly force
1 bang,
authorized,
no hip
a
leans.
coordinated plan is put into motion.
Pure
One
lean
designed
spams
to
only.
end the threat and
Lean
extract
spams
the
only.
hostages safely. A sniper will be positioned nearby, ready to take Joseph out if he's exposed and a clear shot presents itself. At the same time, negotiators will make contact with Joseph, work to slow him down, gain compliance, and convince him to release the hostages and surrender peacefully. If that fails, they have one secondary objective: get Joseph to step outside. Because if he does, even briefly, it could create the opening the sniper needs. With 3 innocent lives at risk, there's no room for error. One wrong move, and everything ends tragically.
Build a website you love.
Bro, come on.
For your word.
We're good. Thanks, man.
The officer assigned as the sniper is Jared Tadahara, a long-serving police officer who moved from patrol and street crime work into a specialized SWAT sniper role. After arriving on scene, Tadahara conducts a quick tactical assessment and moves into a nearby house facing the Samuelson home. From here, he has a clear view of the backside of the house, a position that allows observation without being easily visible to the suspect and provides a safe distance to avoid interfering with perimeter officers. But Tadahara isn't working alone. Every sniper has a spotter, a second officer responsible for range calculations, wind assessments, and most critically, confirming that the shot is clear before Tadahara pulls the trigger. Across the street, negotiations continue. For the past 3 hours, officers have been trying to reason with Joseph, urging him to surrender and release the hostages. But Joseph refuses. He won't let anyone go, and threatens to kill the entire family if officers attempt to force entry. With 3 people at fatal risk, a precise sniper shot becomes the only way to end the standoff before it turns deadly. But before Officer Tadahara gets that opportunity, he receives crucial information that makes things a lot more risky.
What's the difference between suspect taken
Suspect appears to have a shorter, wider nose. Okay, a slightly rounded face. Okay. If the suspect has a mustache to go teeth thing, that would be.
Unfortunately for Tadahara, the situation just became far more complicated. One of the hostages inside is a male who closely resembles Joseph. One wrong shot and an innocent person could be killed. With that in mind, Tadahara shifts his position to a different house across the street. He needs an angle facing the front door of the Samuelsons' home. The shot at this distance travels roughly 75 to 100 feet and takes less than a second from decision to impact. At the same time, negotiators reassess their approach. What's been alarming them throughout the standoff is that Joseph hasn't made any traditional demands. He didn't ask for money, car, or safe passage. Instead, he's simply refusing to let anyone go. That behavior begins to make sense once investigators provide more insight into Joseph's condition. According to them, his mental state has been deteriorating for hours. He's been heavily using drugs for days, his thinking is no longer rational or strategic, and his behavior is increasingly volatile. Most concerning of all, Joseph isn't releasing the hostages or surrendering. His endgame appears to be killing people he blames for all his problems, then forcing police to kill him or take his own life. Because of this assessment, SWAT officers remain positioned far back to avoid provoking him. Negotiators then ask Joseph to step outside the front door with the hostages to prove they're still alive. If he does, it will give Tadahara a clear view and a chance to take the shot. It takes time, but Joseph eventually agrees to walk to the front door with the hostages while warning he'll shoot them if officers make any aggressive moves. After 2 days of chasing Joseph, officers finally have a chance to bring his violent rampage to an end. With the SWAT team nearby staged for immediate entry, Officer Tadahara prepares to take the shot. He stabilizes his rifle using a bipod, a small stand attached to the gun, then lies prone, steadies his aim, and slows down his breathing. A few seconds pass, and then the front door begins to open.
Shot out, go, go, go. Shot out, go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Right. I think we're good. We're on TV. I think we're good right now. Okay. Unless they start calling for bodies. This door. This door. One more. Police! Gotcha, we got him. Hands up, bro.
I mean, I don't know, maybe a piece of his skull hit me or something, I don't know. You're good. You sure? Yeah, you're good.
A piece of his skull hit you?
Maybe a piece of his skull hit me, but something hit me, can I point? Something hit me right here.
I see.
Come on out. What do you see? He's okay.
Yep. Okay, grab him.
You okay? You got anything?
Careful, she's shaking.
Yep, I got you.
Just hold on to me, I got you. Okay? You're safe. You are safe.
After more than 6 hours trapped inside with an armed, unstable man, the entire family survives. An outcome that, just minutes earlier, felt far from guaranteed. At the front door, Joseph Manhard lies critically wounded. Paramedics rush him to the hospital, but despite life-saving efforts, he's later pronounced dead. Investigators later determined that Joseph's actions were driven by a rapid collapse. His failed relationship and heavy drug use pushed him into increasingly violent and reckless behavior. By the end, he wasn't trying to escape or survive. He was acting like someone who had nothing left to lose.
No cap. He was living just like that, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I got like bladder right now. Something.
Hello, are you Trace? Yeah. Hi, Detective Juarez. How are you? Good.
Detectives are making their way inside 19-year-old Drake Bickett's apartment. In just a few seconds, he's about to hear something that will change his life forever.
So, your grandma, we found her, but she's dead.
Drake's grandmother, 65-year-old Marilyn Gandert, was last seen walking outside her home before disappearing without a trace. Police initially believed they were dealing with a routine missing persons report, but over the next few weeks, this case will slowly turn into one of the most tragic and disturbing double homicide investigations they've ever worked on.
He doesn't have that many friends. He's like,
guys, for 1 penny down, you can walk home with a computer, laptop, camera, anything you want from our store. With 1 penny down, with bad credit, it's okay. We'll give you a 3-month payment plan. This penny was from the sale. How much did we make today?
About 67 cents.
67 cents! Woohoo!
So for only 1 penny, I can get anything I want. Ain't that what he said? Chat, what should we buy? What should we buy? Yo, I am glowing, bro. What is up with this? Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boss, and yourself?
Oh. You back?
This is U.S. Marine veteran Eric Banks. Moments after this body cam footage, officers would find his horrifying secret stuffed inside his bedroom wall.
It might dim on you.
What's up? 95. Look in there and saw the boy laying there. I was trying to drug him out where he is now and did what I could. All right, are you good?
Eric, who is also an active officer for Baltimore PD, thinks he can use his experience to cover up his vile murder. What follows is amongst the most disturbing collections of criminal case files ever uploaded to YouTube.
Stop, I'm buckling. What do you do? My life away, though. I don't care. Stop. What do you do?
Who is this person? Dad. And then he also told me that Daddy made him and Tristan go in the bathroom and cover their eyes.
Strangled? Hell no.
On July 7th in Millersville, Maryland, 2 officers arrive at the home of Eric Banks Jr. after his wife reported that their 15-year-old son, Dason, was potentially missing. The report was relatively standard for them, but the reality awaiting them is more horrifying than they could have imagined.
Son, not mine. Just letting you know.
Officers report hearing loud bangs from the upstairs of the home. However, nobody comes to answer the door. After multiple minutes of waiting, an out-of-breath Eric finally greets the officers.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boss. And yourself?
I'm doing good. At a Porter one. I'm out with him. What's going on today, man?
You're supposed to be serving peace protector order.
Supposed to be serving it on you or on
both of us?
Okay.
The judge just ordered us to stay away from each other.
Okay.
Sit down, buddy. Sit
Do you all have some sort of like court order agreement on custody or something?
My oldest, I know he ran out the back door somewhere. All his stuff by the back door.
He ran out?
What's going on, boss? I know you get
DJ.
I know you're getting tired of seeing us.
Where's DJ?
She called him and he went out the back door.
He's not here.
No. You want to come in?
Just let you know you're being audio.
Oh, hey, I know. I see I got the body cam.
Yeah.
She said he was like.
Do you have a phone?
Huh? I took my phones back.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the phones are on my plan. Separating everything.
You have no idea where if you just let a 15-year-old walk out of your house with all his bags packed.
No, his bags at the back door. I literally told him, wait for your mom to get here. The police supposed to come here to serve her a peace protector order. The judge told her to call you guys before she comes to. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
I understand.
Eric and his wife Latrice had both individually filed a protective order against each other, making it illegal to speak to one another without a police escort. However, since Eric is not the biological father of Dason, Latrice had custodial rights to him, which is why he was packing his belongings as he and Latrice were preparing to leave the residence. Dason's disappearance on the very day he and his mom were supposed to move out makes the situation even more unusual. So officers continue speaking with Eric, hoping to understand the family dynamic and gather any clues that might point to where Dason is. But what Eric says next only raises their suspicions even further.
So, she's supposed to call you to come meet y'all?
You have no idea where DJ is.
Honestly, bro, no.
With no phone or anything.
You can check the ADT. It shows when he ran out the door.
I believe you, but I mean,
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna do that.
Listen, man, it's a 15-year-old boy. Having a phone probably would have been, if he's walking out of the house, probably would have been a good idea to leave him with, and you can work out those kinks later.
But see, this is the thing.
This is getting messy, man.
Yeah, I tried to tell him. I said, sit here, wait for your mom to get here. I went upstairs. Before I can come downstairs, he's already going out the back door. So I guess she coordinated, because she's somewhere in the area, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
So she pretty much coordinated with him to come out there.
Okay. All right, hang tight.
All right.
Sitting beside Eric are his 2 sons, 5-year-old Evan Banks and 3-year-old Tristan Banks. Officers didn't know it at the time, but these 2 would play a pivotal role in uncovering the horrifying scene that just happened inside their home.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Guys, you need to just...
But for now, Officer Sutton goes back to his patrol vehicle to run a registration. He identifies the suspect as 34-year-old Eric Banks Jr., an officer for the Baltimore Police Department. He's been an active officer since 2018 and also carries 10 years of service in the United States Marine Corps. After speaking with neighbors of Eric, who provided minimal additional information, officers would confront Eric once again, this time sternly, to figure out what was going on. It's here that Eric would explain his alibi, one he had come up with just minutes ago.
We found out about the whole situation. His mom.
That's neither here nor there.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Me and him sat at the table. He cried to me yesterday. He said he don't want this separation. Like, he know we'll be separated before. He said he's tired of it. He's tired of feeling like he has to choose sides. He's 15. He's a teenager. He knows weird. He don't want to be. He's like, I don't want to be in separate homes. That. And we said that to him. I said, DJ, it's nothing really we could do. I'm not going to change the way I love you, care for you. We had a whole deep heart-to-heart conversation. Today we went to court.
I know you guys heard him. You know what to do. Yeah, Baltimore.
The judge awarded him, and I called him. I said, DJ, it's nothing really we could do. I'm not going to change the way I love you, care for you. We had a whole deep heart-to-heart conversation. Today we went to court. The judge awarded him, and I called him. I said, DJ, I guess your mom told the judge you wanted to go with her, and you're going to Arizona. He's like, what? I was like, well, start packing your bags, because you're going with Arizona with your mom. Unfortunately, I guess you're not coming back here. And that was just that. She called him. They had a conversation. I said, what did your mom say? She on the way to come pick you up. He said, yeah, but she's supposed to come here. I said, well, we're going to wait, because before she come here and there's some type of altercation, there needs to be police here. They can escort her, grab her, whatever she needs to grab, and go about this peaceful. Next thing you know, I went upstairs. I come down.
So do you think did he leave here because he didn't want to go with his mom either?
That could be.
He could be like hiding out at a friend's house. I mean, yes,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in my opinion, I think that probably is the best, because if he told her he's somewhere,
the text messages from her, I have food for you. Okay. Yeah. So it sounded like he wanted to go be with his mom.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
All right. Just put the bags inside for now, and we'll try to figure it out.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Officers would spend another 15 minutes canvassing the area in hopes of finding Dason, but would again come up clueless. So they decide to try calling Dason's mother, Latrice, but are unable to get a hold of her either. So in a desperate attempt to find a relevant lead, they decide to ask Eric if he'd voluntarily consent to a search inside the home, hoping Dason may be hiding inside. No one expected that this simple request would soon alter both their and Eric's lives forever.
I just want to make sure he's out of the house.
That's fine. I'll do it with you then, since we're here.
Hey, Buck, can I do it once to make sure he's not hiding?
Yep. Yeah, so they about to walk in. If he's about to walk in, he's got the house. All right.
That's your room.
The one with the bunk bed right here?
Yeah. This is the kids' room. DJ! This is my room right here.
He's over calling his name, bro.
Oh, yeah, he's chucking. He's told us he's not hiding.
In Officer Adams' report of the incident, he notes that at this point in their home search, Eric's demeanor had changed. He advised Eric to relax and let them freely search the home. They proceed to make their way to the third floor of the home, the floor which stores Eric's chilling secret. But before we get to that, if you want to start eating better this new year, HelloFresh makes it easy, with recipes that feel and taste delicious. I've used varies by plan.
Alright, Dennis. I'll see you this out. Is this always down?
No, this is where my safe is. Yeah. So this is where my thumbs up. Okay. You got your little weight on your thigh?
Yes, I do.
You got a weight back? Okay.
It might dim on you. You get 2 batteries.
What's up?
95. Alright.
What's up, bro?
95.
Inside the hole in Eric's bedroom lies Dason's deceased body, already cold to the touch. Eric forgot to fully close the hole before meeting with the officers. The gruesome discovery would leave the 2 officers in shock. They try to keep their composure while transporting Eric to a patrol vehicle.
What's up?
Hey, Cam, right now.
Alright, where are we?
Start medic. I have one start now. Okay. DJ!
What's up? What happened?
Let's go to the car, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but when that cop first came by, he was like, "Where's DJ?" Oh no, I'm stupid. Wait, that's the whole reason they're there. That is the reason they're there. I'm pretty sure. But that's sad, imagine. I'm pretty sure the officer knows because obviously they work together, and then.
What's going on?
I don't know. This is messed up, bro. Like, come on. a child you cared for, you know? Somebody that lived in your house.
Right. Yes. Oh, and the phone, sir. Here, let me move one thing out of your way. Oh, great. All right, just see for me. All right.
While Eric is being detained, Officer Voss attempts life-saving measures on Daesun, noting that his condition appeared consistent with an unresponsive individual. He also notes that Daesun was shirtless and that his jeans were heavily soaked with moisture from an unknown source. Outside the home, Eric is temporarily placed in the patrol vehicle, but within moments, the situation begins to spiral out of the officer's control.
Well, stay seated. Yeah, Markowski.
All right, yeah.
I need you to stay seated. Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm on the. All right, go ahead. Can I just kiss my boys real quick?
No, I need you just in the car. Right? Look, listen.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Just let me kiss my boys.
Stay in the car.
Bro, just let me kiss my boys.
Stay in the car.
I'm just saying, like, just let me kiss my boys real quick, bro. All right, I'm coming in the car. Go in the car. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I'm not.
Start them off. Faster.
I'm not doing all that.
Taser. Something.
After you just. Here, listen, just
all right, stand up, turn around. Don't do anything.
I'm not.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stay up against the car.
Okay.
All right, now get back in.
Hey! Bro, I'm not doing this. Stop running. What are you doing? I just want to kiss my boys, bro. Come on. Just let me kiss my boys.
Get back in the car.
All right, come on. Come on.
The mom is parking at the corner of Hilltop. Stay in there. You're not coming out no matter what.
All right, bro.
Without additional units on scene, Officer Sutton struggles to keep Eric restrained. Sutton attempts to secure Eric's handcuffs using a double lock, a mechanism that prevents cuffs from tightening or being manipulated. However, Eric uses his police experience to exploit this, and while his previous attempts at evasion have failed, he'd make one more, final, far more violent attempt to get away.
Everybody's trying to grab a gun! Stop! Get in the car, Walter. Get in the car. Oh, yeah. Turn him out. On the ground.
Correct. Okay. 4448.
3.2 now.
He's cooked for sure, bro. Cooked.
Stop. I can't stop. Just on my wrist.
Whole lot of
And my
resistance.
hands going up.
Resisting.
Yeah. My hands going up.
Whole lot of trying to evade police.
Hold on.
I told you broke it. It's numb.
All right. Stay where you're at. Stay here.
I am staying here, but I told you, bro.
All right, I'm moving your legs. All right, take a deep breath. I am. All right, listen. You're wiggling around a lot. It's going to make it worse.
I know.
All right?
Well, I want you.
We're done. We're done here.
I want you to not done.
Yo, who's his light skin in the middle, bro?
All right. Well, it's
Bro's not even helping.
It's hot as shit today.
I know.
You sweating? I'm sweating. Can we be done?
I want to be no, bro. Like,
all right, well, let's go to the hospital and talk about it. We don't need to wrestle on the ground. Is that helping anything?
No, it's not.
All right. Okay.
Eric attempts to unholster Officer Sutton's service weapon, eventually managing to loosen it and nearly knocking it to the ground. Fortunately, Eric's handcuffs prevented him from causing any further harm. As the chaotic scene finally settles, officers briefly discuss the frantic events that just unfolded.
I go up to Subway to meet her. Go in to make sure he didn't go to Subway to miss communication. Come back here, I said, let me just check the house. It started getting real weird. I'm like, well, if you just stay back, he's a guard in our city fire. Started to get real weird. I'm like, no, I can check the house. You stay back. I go up and wait off. He wouldn't be up here. There's an attic thing undone with a screw in it. He looked in there and saw the boy laying there. I was trying to drug him out where he is now and did what I could. Immediately, as soon as I saw the boy's leg, like 95 things, to get him out here and ask for more units to start the CPR. Drug him out, he started CPR. Okay. All right, are you good?
You're good. You're not hurt.
No, I'm hurt. Should have done that if I'd have known. If I'd have just did that first, you may not have been hurt. Well, I'm gonna take the whole block, bro. Fix that. Hey, Steve, take him. Come on. Do a CPR. Sorry. We got 100.
Where's the 10-7?
1348.
Inside?
Yeah, like, apparently, well, we went upstairs to check the house, and he had a gun safe area.
What's up?
There's like a gun safe area, and my partner looked in there, 95, and I don't know what's going on, and then when we took it to my car, I gave him an opportunity because I needed to double lock his stuff, and then he unbuckled himself, went out, and grabbed.
EMS attempted to perform CPR on Dason, but it was too late. Dason was declared deceased shortly after by EMS. What officers uncovered with Dason was only the beginning. As the investigation deepens, Eric's children would reveal further secrets, painting an even darker picture of the reality behind closed doors. For now, the decision is made to take Eric, his children, and his ex-wife Latrice to the police station. Everyone would eventually make it to the station, each separated into their own individual rooms, awaiting intense interrogation. Eric would be left alone to hopefully calm down and collect his thoughts. Meanwhile, detectives speak with both Latrice and her child Evan, hoping to collect more information that can be used when speaking with their main suspect. They start
That reggaeton. Today we're gonna be making beats. You guys
start with Latrice, asking her what kind of person Dason was. At this point, detectives are considering the possibility that he and Eric may have gotten into a fight that somehow escalated into tragedy. But what Latrice describes denies that theory completely, and makes Dason's case even more heartbreaking.
Can you sit a little bit closer over here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of specific questions that I wanted to talk to you about. Can you describe DJ? Was he an argumentative person? Was he a quiet person?
So Dason was more of a quiet person until he got to know you, but he was always mannered. He talked to a lot of adults, but he never was disrespectful or any of that. I had teachers from his elementary, the principal, middle school. They all showed up for my son. He was that type of child. You know when teachers come.
Would you say he was a sweet boy?
He was very sweet and always willing to help. That was one of the things across the board. Always willing to help.
In the loft, in the crawl space in the loft, what was normally kept in there?
Nothing.
Safes?
Nothing.
Was that ever left open?
No.
It was always screwed?
It was always closed.
Okay.
Because I don't like it. Like, it freaked me out. There is a light switch in there.
Okay.
So I was like, where is that light coming from? And I turned the light switch off. But I don't know, maybe it was him.
So let's talk about that. You called me and you said that you saw him, you viewed him at the funeral home. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was before he was embalmed because I wanted to see him.
Right. And you saw new bruises?
Yes.
Where did you see new bruises?
On his nose. Like that circular dark mark on his upper nose. His lip looked busted also. Like that wasn't there. And then his eyes were like purple. I don't like.
They were puffy and purple.
Yeah. It looked to me like he was in a fight. And my son doesn't fight.
Dason's autopsy report ruled his cause of death as asphyxiation, which, in combination with the bruises and marks on his face, implied he was likely strangled to death.
I knew it. And he was my baby. So I knew it. I still have those feelings that, no, I'm not happy with. To me, it doesn't say I did it, but it says there's enough evidence to say I did it. So, just say you did it then.
Latrice makes it clear she believes Eric is responsible, even though she didn't witness the incident herself. But her son Evan, seated just 3 doors down in his own interview room, has information that could take the investigation even further.
How are you? Good. You said your name is Evan, is that correct? Do you know how to spell your name? You can go ahead and write it down. 7. Okay, nice handwriting. And how old are you?
7.
7? You want to write 7 for me? Yeah. So I don't forget. Sometimes I forget.
Notice the harsh contrast between interview rooms.
Just
Evan is
looking
sitting in the
backwards or
department's safety room, a space created to provide comfort and reduce stress for victims and young children involved in sensitive cases. His interviewer, Miwa, is a forensic interviewer from Maryland, trained specifically to speak with children and family members connected to a criminal investigation. And because Evan is only 7 years old, you notice a drastic difference in how his interview is conducted.
My job is to talk to kids and families all the time, and today I get to talk to you. And we talk about a lot of different things in this room.
Sorry guys, looks like a surprise came up. I may stream later. If not, you guys will see me another day.